Good day, folks. This is Greg Judy at Green Pastures Farm. Today we're putting the finishing touches on our sawmill shed, and we're putting a piece of trim along that fascia board to keep the rain off the fascia. And Mose is just finishing up the screws on the very end, and we've got we took 1.25 inch fiberglass rods and we drove them in the ground around 4 feet, and each pillar has 2 1/2-inch lag bolts, and those are 6 inches long, and they're run into that 6x6 beam. I did that versus putting them on that concrete. I was going to drill a hole in that concrete. Be my luck, I'll drill a 4 or 5 inch hole in there, and I'll split my pier. So I opted out and used these. We have these fiberglass rods. That's a corner post right there. Anyway, I put 2 really solid lag bolts in there, and we had some wind. Oh my! It blew all the corn down around here. Neighbors had corn up, 2.5, 3 foot tall, laid it on the ground. It's flat. Wheat did the same thing to the wheat. But along with that wind, we really got bailed out here at the farm. We got 4.5 inches on Saturday night, and then we got another 2.5 inches on Sunday night. And we went about 18 days, 100-degree temperatures, upper 90s, lots of wind, and it had really baked. It almost killed well, it didn't kill them, but it turned them brown, the wife's daylilies. And a lot of the grasses started to turn brown, and so we really are fortunate. I just thank the good Lord for providing our moisture. Those it doesn't hurt to say some prayers every now and then. Pray for rain. Not saying you'll get your prayers answered every time, because they haven't been, but this time they were, and I'm thankful for that. But Mo's really put together a good looking shed there, and we've got one little piece up there. We got it. We had to go get another piece on that roof, the peak, the ridge. There's one little piece missing there. We're gonna put that in, and Mose is gonna put some more bracing over to these poles all the way down through there, just to kind of soften up that roof. But folks, that thing set there on those pillars. The only thing held it there was a bolt going up through the middle of them. Let me tell you, I was holding my breath when I came around the corner today to look at this. I thought, oh my gosh, that windstorm we had, it could have put it up there in the timber, but it didn't. So there was another prayer answered. I said a prayer that night when I heard the wind blowing. It was like, please be there, don't take it. I just wanted to show you our forages here. We've got the bird's foot trefoil now is blossomed out. The hop clover, which is this tall little guy here, that's going the other way now. It's almost mature. And then you got your red clovers. Of course, they got seeds on them now, and the white clover. We're going to be bringing the mob across the road in the morning, and we've got some younger calves that's got pink eye. We got a few cows that's got it, so we're gonna get them up and treat the eyes, try and save the eyes if we can, and most of them are early enough. I believe we can do that. So one of the things that I called the vet, and they have really good luck using Draxxin. It's a one-time shot. You don't have to get them back up. The only problem with it, it's extremely expensive. But what's the eye on one of your calves worth? Or any animal, you need to try and save their eyes if you can. And I've used pink eye vaccine before, folks. We vaccinated the whole herd several years, and we just never had any luck preventing pink eye using vaccines. That's because there's 22 different strains of vaccine, and so 22 different strains of pink eye. And if you don't use the right, and they take a guess at it each year, which one's going to be the prevalent one, and if they're wrong, you just spend a bunch of money on pink eye shots. It just doesn't do you any good at all. But anyway, we're getting hit with it, and we're going to manage through it. That's all you can do. You know, that's part of farming. It's not all roses. Everybody says, oh, Greg, we watch your channel, and you just make it sound too easy. Well, maybe I do sometimes, but you know, most of the time it is pretty easy. I mean, and then you get hit with something like pink eye, and it's not easy. It's a lot of work. And so we're going to get hit with a workload in the morning, going through about 400 head. We're going to run them all through the chute, and just the way how we're going to catch them, they're going to be going into the new pasture. It's going to work best doing that. No sorting, just going to run them through. And the ones that don't need it, they just get right on through them. They get to go eat grass. But this is some beautiful stuff right here. Absolutely gorgeous. This is what they're going to be eating on. So really good energy out here. Good balance of clovers and grasses. The grasses are getting more mature, but we're starting to see some of the summer annual grasses come on now. And I noticed over here by the woods, I got to show you. I just found some. It's over here in the shade, but we weren't going to have it in Korean Lespedeza this year. Oh, there it is. We're going to have Lespedeza now. Look at that. It needed a rain. It was just sitting there. I saw it. It was about 1 inch tall. That stuff is growing about 4 inches in about 5 days. Look at that. Beautiful stuff. And Korean Lespedeza is a non-bloater. They can eat all of it they want, and they're not going to bloat. It's the only warm season legume we have in the state of Missouri. And it comes in naturally. We don't have to seed it. And you do have to give it a good recovery period between grazings to let it go to seed, or you're not going to have any of it. But man, yeah, look at that shed. Tell you what, now Moses is one heck of a carpenter. That's all wood that we sawed off the farm. It's all cedar, except for that one beam. We did buy a 21-foot beam so that we can get 20-foot logs in there. And I mean, you look at the roof line on that thing. You can tell a good carpenter by looking at the roof line, how straight it is. And I mean, Mose built that from scratch. Of course, we helped him, and he had his sons with him. But Mose was having a few sleepless nights too. And he's like, Greg, if it starts raining, I got to get over and help him. He's trying to put that board up by himself. Or he's getting a measure on it. Anyway, yeah, so we're going to be parking the mill. We finally got a nice building now to keep the mill out of the rain, and it's going to last a lot longer. Anytime you have metal and you leave it set outside, Mother Nature's going to put some rust on it. So we're not going to have that. And we got all the timber right here. This is what we're going to be sawing from, a lot of it. Tons of huge white oaks in here. So it's not going to be any trouble at all to get them up here. And I got to show you, I'm going to do a video on it. I've got a tool that a young man built me years ago. It goes on a four-wheeler and allows you to pull a log out of the woods with your four-wheeler. You don't need a tractor to get it out. You can do it with a four-wheeler, and a pretty good size log too. And I'll give you a video on that. We're going to be using that to get down in that timber rather than a bigger tractor leaving ruts. So with that, I'm going to sign off of here. Everyone have a good one, and I'm going to get over and help Mose finish up our shed. And if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button on the way out, and we'll see you the next time.